There we go. You just pick that cable up, Hannah. Lauren's dropped it. Thank you, chicken.
You doing your thing?
I am. Me thing. You mean me live stream?
Look, you know what I mean. I know what I mean. Let's just leave it at that. Let's not judge here.
You call it a thing?
This is supposed to be a
Don't
safe
put it over
space.
there.
Not supposed to judge here.
All right, okay then. Okay, hello everyone. Blimey, over 20 of you already. Hello to Maddie, Alison, Anna Karen, Charlotte, Cheryl, Victoria or Vicky, and Sandy. Hello, how are we this evening? Thank God it's the middle of the week. What a week. And it's been a short week, but oh my gosh, what a week. Okay. Hey, Denise. Good afternoon or evening for most people. Yeah, it's evening for the vast majority, I think, Denise. But afternoon for some and even morning for some people who watch as well. So we're very multinational on this channel. You get people from all over the world. Hey, Christine. Hope we're all doing all right. Happy Wednesday to you. It's been a week. We had bank holiday on Monday and it's Wednesday today, but I feel like I've already done a full week at work. It's been one of those weeks this week. It's been just non-stop. Hey, Tracy. It's going fast, 13 days till I order stuff for the new Haid. Oh, cool. I have a show and tell thread up in the group, so if you haven't contributed, now is your chance. Catherine's also coming in from Facebook. Hi, Catherine. Hope you're doing okay. Hi, Natalie. I've got Andy with me and Hannah is down having a tea.
No, I'm not.
Oh, well, she's not. Hannah is not down and she's not having her tea, which is not a shepherd's pie. And, you know.
I do know shepherd's pie, but I've got both shepherd's pie and cottage pie.
Well, I can smell it.
You cannot smell the difference.
I can. Oh, Enid's COVID positive. Finally got her. Oh, no.
That shit. I've been there.
Language, please. See Beaver's version, don't forget.
I don't know how to play into CBB's version, but that's not very good.
Hi, Sherry. Enid's so sick it's crazy after all the jabs. Yeah, bless you.
Oh, I wasn't bad when I had it.
You were. You were more bad-tempered, though, than anything.
I was just bored more, no.
You were stuck in your room, weren't you?
Exactly.
Don't come upstairs. I'm about to go to the loo.
What do you look at in it?
I have no appetite, worst diet ever. Ah. Get well soon, Enid. So did your hubby test positive as well? Because I think you said you caught the lurg from him on Sunday. Is he also got the got a positive one too? Oh, he's negative. Wow, how did he manage that? Hey Tracy, welcome. I don't think I've seen your name pop up in chat before, but welcome all nonetheless. Poor Odinid. We've only had, out of the 5 of us that were here during lockdown, we only had 1 case of COVID, and that was Hannah.
That was me. I was lucky.
Yeah.
Still am.
She was working, volunteering in a charity shop and came home with the COVID. And locked herself away in a room. And after what, 3rd day, you were testing yourself every day, weren't you? And getting upset when you were still positive.
Yep.
I think it went on for about 10 days with you, didn't it?
Too long.
Me and Andy have never had it, touch wood, and neither has Lauren, and I don't believe Victoria has either.
Well, we don't know.
Stay away, I'm contagious. My gallows humour is off the charts. I told the nurse on the phone, the test is positive, I must be pregnant. What am I stitching? This is Night Cafe. It's my Afromov, my Leonid Afromov piece. It's a supersized max colour, and I'm stitching this 2/1 tent stitch on some 25 count. No, yes, 2/1. That's right. Confused myself. It is the piece that's getting extra stitches at the moment, until all of my new starts are done, and probably until the end of May. I'm thinking. So yeah, we are trying to get 1% a month. Hey Kelly, welcome back after your holiday. Hope you're okay. Cheryl is busy working on her Disney cross stitch. What about you guys? What are you all working on? And as I said, don't forget, Sew and Tell thread is open. Celia will have to catch the replay. Her cat just threw up all over the bed. Oh no.
Oh, cat poop's the worst.
Yeah, Hannah knows that.
I'll see that.
Yeah, Hannah knows that one. Oh dear, Celia. It's not good. Averly Cyclodine Chevron bit kit. It's the only thing that Enid can bear to stitch. Oh dear, bless you. I haven't even got a sneak peek today, because normally I would start my new start on a Wednesday, but this morning I had to go to the doctor's early and have a blood test, so I wasn't able to do my stitch with me. So no sneak peek.
How did you get on with that, by the way?
What, having my blood taken?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't faint.
Well, that's good. That's good stuff.
The doctor didn't leave any notes though what to test for, so she just tested for everything. Kelly says yes. Thanks, Nicola. All's well at home. Got back to her house at 11 a.m. Monday. Flight from Maui landed at 7:30 in Vancouver. Well, that's not bad. Did quite well there, Kelly. I think. I can see the holes in the fabric really well, and the apple crow wool is behaving. Oh, that's good. Susan's busy working on her mountain village. Cool. Yeah, so I haven't started my new start yet. I start that in the morning. I was going to start it on here, but then I realised that lots of people like to watch the Saturday starting stitch with me, so... Kelly says, finished sewing the binding onto the gemstone quilt. My sister did the first part of the binding yesterday. Now just have to sew the label on the back. Ah, brilliant. Hey, Laurie. welcome. I don't think I've seen your name in the chat before either, but good to have you here. Sherry working on mini Celtic thistle. Enid says, can't believe I have COVID. I'm in disbelief. Bless you. Hi Laurie, the other Laurie, and the other Laurie, this could get confusing, is working on trick or treat. Hi Greetja. Hi Eld Flamans. Hope you're doing okay. Vicky is still working on the Mrs. Campbell sampler. Super, super. Laurie's still on a Deadly Aquarium. Great stuff. Don't forget sew and tell thread, guys. Charlotte's finished both aims for today. No stitching this evening. Great stuff. Isn't it good when you finish an aim? And no pressure on yourself like a goal. Fabulous. Nicely done, Charlotte. So I think we can have a little ting-a-ling for Charlotte there, finishing her aims for the day. Vicky is doing her Algerian eyelet alphabet. Try saying that fast 10 times. Anna Karen is knitting on the little cashmere scarf. Want it finished before the weekend. Roughly 20% left. Great stuff. Hi, Alison. How are you doing this evening? Are you well? And lots of you coming in and lots of chatters, which is lovely. I've never set an aim for me, but yes, I think it works. Yeah, it does. I think if you have a goal or must be done or a style to be done by such and such a time for the next release, I do think it puts so much pressure on. And if you just say, well, I'll aim for that. If I don't get it, I don't get it, but I'll aim for it. It sort of seems to be a bit gentler, doesn't it? Alison is assembling a quilt. Oh, fabulous. Kelly's been working on her gemstone one too, so that's 2 quilters. Got my 2,000 stitches in, says Maddie, and wait until Sunday's live to post whatever page I'm up to. Great stuff. So yeah, so I've had a bit of a funny day today. I'd normally start my new start, but because I went and had bloods taken, that will be a start for tomorrow. Hey Viv, how are you doing this evening? Nice to see you. If you've not let me know already though, let me know what you're working on. Yeah, sounds like Kelly had a fabulous time away. Do you feel nice and rested, Kelly? And I bet the dogs were happy to see you, weren't they? So, yeah, so came back from the doctors after having my bloods done, straight into work. Work has been a bit crazy again today. And then in the middle of it, we had, we'd phoned up the internet provider last week because we're fed up of having to reset our internet pretty much constant, 2 or 3 times a day, have to reset it. So I said to Andy, I said, look, this isn't on. Obviously, I work from home. I need a stable connection. So let's phone them up and get them out to have a look at it because there's obviously a problem. So chap came out today. He was really lovely, actually. I piggybacked onto my phone hotspot temporarily. And we've ended up with new cables, a new router. What do they call it? Wi-Fi 6 or something. Yeah. So the latest upgraded Wi-Fi. And fingers crossed and touch wood, it'll work a lot better. But yeah, it's just been, you know, one of those backwards to come forwards type of days. Vivian is working on her diamond painting, close to a finish. Cool. Tracy is working on Tinkerbell at 84.59%. Cool. Kelly says, yes, for sure. We got mold as soon as we came in the door. Bernie's mountain dogs can wriggle like crazy. I bet. Hi, Ashley. Alison has reached 2% on One to Rule Them All. Slow, I know, but as Narissa says, a stitch gets you one stitch closer. Absolutely, it does. A stitch done today is one less to do another day. And if you just keep plugging away, you will get there. Absolutely, I believe in you. So as a result, I haven't done as much stitching today. So I am getting a touch behind. Luckily, I've got this weekend to catch up and I'm off work next week. Ashley says, I had one hell of a time at the orthodontist yesterday. Oh dear, what happened? I bought a new pattern today from Sana Cross Stitches, says Viv. What did you buy, Viv? Oh, speaking of what did you buy, Patsy? I don't see Patsy's in yet. Maybe you should share it in the group. Patsy might get a PayPal out. Lauren calls her PayPal Patsy, Hannah.
Oh no.
What are my aims for my week off? I want to do some walking. I want to go out and try and walk every single day, a good walk.
That's the point.
And me and Hannah are going to do some gardening.
Yeah, that's the point. I have got it confirmed because I spoke to her last week about it, but it's not been changed on app.
Yeah.
So I chased her about it today. Turns out she forgot.
So have we got it done now?
Well, I told her about it and she wrote it down this time.
Okay.
So she's got zero excuse to forget.
Okay, but you're still not going in next week?
No.
Okay, cool. So me and Hannah are going to do a walk every day. We might do a Sheffield to Rotherham every day, Hannah, eh? Get on a bus to Sheffield and walk back to Rotherham.
Trying to kill yourselves.
Venice, stitching a Marvel superhero project. I was just hoping to finish in time for my babies to have time to enjoy it before they're too old for it. But then hubby will enjoy it anyway. You know what? When you're working on a big project, I think they're sort of like an heirloom anyway. So no matter what, whether, you know, they're aimed at the very young or not, I think, you know, they're still, you know, they're very, I still don't think, start that again. I think they're still important. I've got a Winnie the Pooh that I stitched when Hannah was a baby.
Have you?
Yes, it's hung up over Lauren's bedroom door.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, the Winnie the Pooh triptych. Maddie, that's lovely. I wish I had someone to walk with. Oh, bless you. Well, Hannah has coincided her week off with mine, so we can both get out together. Sharon says, hi Sharon, sorry so late, just mad dash to supermarket. You're not late at all.
No such thing as being
Nope,
late.
no such thing, Sharon, all good. I have a bad overbite and said if I wanted it fixed or ever ended up with sleep apnea, I would need jaw surgery. Oh, heck. Speaking of teeth, I'm still struggling with my bottom ones. I can't wait to actually to go back and get them looked at.
I'm struggling with my empty sockets, but in fairness, I have turned a corner because I've had no pain relief today.
Cool. Oh, excuse me. I got a little froggy. Oh my days. So yeah, so this morning I walked to town, which is about an hour's walk, would you say, Hannah?
45 minutes to an hour.
So I set off from here at 7:05. I was in the doctor's for 8:05. So it took me an hour then, didn't it? And I was out of the doctor's at 8:15. My appointment was at 20:00. And she said, I went into her and she says, what did the doctor want your blood testing for? And I said, well, she mentioned the thyroid, only she's not put any notes on the system, she says. I thought, oh, that's great. This is the same numpty doctor who asked me last week where I wanted my prescription sending and then sent it to the wrong place. You stitch so fast, says Maddie. Well, it's 10 stitch, so it probably looks a bit quicker. And two-handed stitching. And the thick end of 40 years of experience. I've been stitching since I was 14 and I'm 50 now, so I tell you what, if you want to see fast Komari on YouTube, she's super fast. She did a supersized max colour in, what, about a year? Just over a year? There were days when this lady did 3,000 stitches, full cross stitches. 3,000, I think I'd be on my knees. I've done 3,000 tent stitches in a day, which is equivalent to about 1,500 cross stitches, but still. Oh, stitching masterpieces. Yes, she's really quick as well. I used to watch another one, but she stopped uploading videos, and I can't remember the name of her for the life. Look at the back of her work. It's a sight to be seen. Yeah, she just leaves the threads loose, doesn't she, Sharon? I'm sorry if my speech sounds a bit weird. I've had to take my dentures out because my mouth's a bit sore this evening. And I'm back. Junior's in the washer along with the bedding. Oh, bless you. Ah. Pesky cat, says Celia. Our cat's happy today because with the broadband man coming, we've had a bit of a sort of a tidy up and things, you know, around the area where the broadband lives. And our windowsill has been a bit of a dumping ground. And it's been cleared off, and now it's, you know, the cat's got plenty of space to stretch out in the sun. Yes, but the tails are so long as well. Yes, yeah, it's like just like really thick, isn't it, with tails on the back. I couldn't do that, me. I mean, this is the back of this one, as you can see. There's no loose hanging tails. Kelly says, my neighbour's mowing his lawn. The weather in the Fraser Valley of BC is lovely right now. All the rain happened when we were on our holiday. Yeah, we had rain over Easter here. And then today it's been nice, and I heard somebody mowing his lawn. As I said, me and Hannah are going to tackle our garden next week. I'm still fighting to get my dragon done for Friday. Lord help me. You can do it, Ashley. Don't make us get pom-poms out. What? What though?
Sorry,
Oh, are you waffling? As it's getting warmer as well, we're getting a bit more sort of noise around here. Kids play out a bit more with the football, and the dog over the road is out and barking a bit more. And
don't forget
the Eeny Weeny Teeny Peeny Club.
yes, and the people who happen to supply a certain type
Of illegal substance. Mm-hmm.
to teeny weeny people.
Yeah, so yeah, the Eeny Weeny Teeny Peeny Club, we refer to that as, you know, the people that drive in a car or on a motorbike with a really loud exhaust, and they've got to go or they play the music so it's going do 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 and shaking your window panes. We call them the Eeny Weeny Teeny Peeny Club.
You'd be surprised as well how many idiots are driving up and down very fast on here at 1 o'clock in the morning.
No, I wouldn't. I would not. Vicky's going to pop out a few. Get your daddy's afternoon Dunkin' coffee. No worries, Vicky. Got to keep your dad topped up with his Dunkin'. Celia, we have a bank holiday tomorrow, first day of summer. Oh, cool. Yeah. We have a bank holiday a week on Monday, the early May bank holiday. That's our next one. It's St. George's Day here, though, today.
Is it?
Yeah, it certainly is. Oh, my God, that's perfect. Hi, Cindy. We call them something else in Southern California. Oh, you know the kind of thing I mean, then. Yes, the Eeny Weeny Teeny Peeny Club is a source of great humour in this house, because every time I hear this do 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 coming down the road, I'm like, oh, yep, the Eeny Weeny Teeny Peeny Club's out again. And if Andy's kids are here, they know exactly what it means. They just fall about laughing. And so does Lauren, doesn't she? Lauren thinks it's quite funny and all.
Lauren thinks it's funny.
To be fair, fortunately, we don't tend to have many of them round here. But still. I mean, where we used to live, there used to be that all the time. It used to be terrible. Used to drive my ex-husband bananas. He'd be constantly ringing police up. Unlicensed, unregistered motorbikes are running up and down the streets. It turned where we lived into a crime hotspot. He made that many calls to the police.
Crime hotspot anyway.
Eh?
It was a crime hotspot anyway.
Not really. It was a crime hotspot because your dad kept phoning up and reporting them. Because even though he did it anonymously, it still hotspotted it. There's like a map.
Yeah.
and it still made the house that we lived in the hotspot for phone calls. I'm working on part of the bank holiday. We've made an event on in Keswick, so I'm setting it up. Oh, that's an early start, 7 a.m. Well, I'm off next week, and then obviously the bank holiday, the Monday, I'm off as well. So I had a 4-day last week, a 4-day this week. I'm off next week, and I go back on a 4-day. But when I go back, I start with some more training, some more overseas people, so it keeps me busy. There are a few in my town, the jacked up truck, etc., dumb arses. That's me being polite. I don't put my potty mouth on YouTube. Yeah. There's some in every town, but you know, there's oh, gosh, there are degrees of it, I think, aren't there? I mean, where I used to live with my ex-husband years ago, we didn't have anything like that. But then, you know, up here, when we moved up here, it was just terrible. No, not yet, Cindy. About 10 minutes, about 8:15 my time. I start doing show and tell, so you're good. So yeah, me and Hannah had a lovely walk on Easter Monday, didn't we, Hannah? From Sheffield all the way to Rotherham, down the canal towpath. It was fun. It wasn't busy, there weren't many people around. A few fishermen, a couple of cyclists, 1 or 2 walkers in the opposite direction. But to be fair, it was wet, so I'm not surprised there weren't many people around. But by the time we got sort of halfway point, there's a shopping centre halfway. So we popped into there for a pee stop and lunch and what have you. And it were absolutely rammed. It was so busy. It was ridiculously busy. So, you know, to get back on the path and carry on walking was quite nice, really, wasn't it, Hannah?
What?
Saying to get back on the path and walk again was quite nice after Meadowall being so busy.
Rammed.
Yeah.
Not my idea of fun.
No, wouldn't be my idea of fun either. Going into Meadowall. I mean, we only went in for food, but oh my gosh. But we had a good walk. We really enjoyed it. Hannah particularly liked the locks, didn't you? Walking over the locks. Maybe she says. This is Hannah that had to go across pretty much every single one.
You made me go out over Rotherham.
I said to you, are you not going over that one then? And he went, I might as well. You could have said no.
Yeah, but like, you're pressure.
I'm not your peer.
Don't matter, you're still pressure.
You could have said no.
I could not have.
It was a nice day.
Nice enough.
Oh, I've done more than I thought. Because I've forgotten to mark some off.
Well, you're a Wally, aren't you?
Maybe.
So are you.
I do not accept this slanderous nature.
Nothing nature about it. It's just slander.
I do not accept this disgusting slander, Hannah Banana.
And you'd be casting aspersions on my husband like that, madam.
Someone's in trouble.
Only if I call her Hannah Francis. Get out a full Sunday name.
That's not my name.
What, like you're not eating a shepherd's pie or cottage pie, whatever it is? Shepherd's
trust me.
pie.
Ah! I knew you couldn't tell difference.
I can't tell the difference. It's the smell of it.
5 minutes ago you could tell difference. Now you're saying you don't know which one it is. That's fibbing to me. I knew it.
I don't fib.
You do, but
I
you
do not.
You do.
I do not.
Gee. It's fun in this house, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what you call it.
What would you call it?
I don't know.
Do you know?
What on earth was
What's
that?
I've no idea.
I'm not quite sure if that was a sneeze.
It weren't a sneeze.
Was it a trump?
No.
It's not
What
like
was
a
it?
mix between the two.
I don't know what it were.
Well, if you don't know, I don't know.
I'm afraid I don't.
You're afraid you don't. You bag 'em.
What are you afraid of?
You.
Well, I know that, but what else?
You don't want to know.
What do you have to-
Adverts on what? YouTube?
No, on the game.
Oh,
I've just downloaded it. And now I've already got another.
what you downloaded?
Yeah, it was so.
Try empty your mouth first before you speak.
Yeah, it's jump.
Ah. Mobile games. And I have one to play in between calls.
Which one's that?
You got that coffee cup game,
I've just got rid of that.
have you?
Put it for it.
Alison, as I can say, I've been on the Shropshire Canal and the canal at Llangollen. Oh. You know what? I wouldn't mind living on a houseboat, me.
You keep saying this.
But it'd have to be the bigger size, like the barge size, because I think a narrow boat would be too small for me.
You know what I need?
What?
A caravan in the back garden.
Yeah. With a little donkey, like a gypsy.
Hannah. No.
As my parents, you're supposed to support my hopes and dreams, not push them.
Is that a fact?
Apparently so. Hannah wants a caravan in the back garden, but she doesn't just want an ordinary caravan. She wants a caravan like a static caravan that you'd find at, I don't know, the average haven site around the country.
Yeah, but it's nice and big, plenty of room. And I've my visitors over.
I said she should have a tiny house, then she'd have no excuse to have visitors over.
Yeah, but sometimes I want people up. What if you want to come over for a couple when you're bored?
When do I get bored? I'm too busy to be bored.
What if you want to come over with your stitches, have a cuppa? And see your favourite child?
I haven't got a favourite child.
There you go.
Oh.
What if little ones
I mean, a
come over
favourite
and see
child
your
would be,
favourite stepdaughter?
it'd be, you know, I don't know.
What if mom wants to come over and have a sleepover? Them kind of things.
So I was thinking of the next thing, this kid. currently spending me money for me.
I do that anyway.
I know you don't have any trouble with that, do you?
I know the password for your PayPal account.
I'm changing the bugger.
I also
Lawrence just rinsed me for a tenner for Fitbit straps.
That's a bit much. How many she bought?
They were a fiver and then post and packing.
Fiver?
Yeah.
I could have found one a lot cheaper than that.
Yeah, but she don't want cheap, she wants decent.
Yeah, the ones I got were decent but cheap.
Well, you and I decided to have a bickering sesh, didn't you?
Well, no, because what it was, she come upstairs looking through and like she was having a go because the things on stuff and she said she was frustrated. And I tried asking her, what's the problem with it? And she kept saying, just looking her wrist at me and saying, this is not what you mean.
Well, I sorted it out for her. Because I put this new strap on.
She's going off on one, I just couldn't cope with it. Still up.
Oh, sisterly love.
Doesn't exist in this house. Does it, Hannah?
Oh, no, I tell you, there's no love lost between the sisters in this
I'm
house.
afraid there isn't. They need to learn to get along, don't they, Hannah
We will
Francis?
get along.
Do ya?
Ish.
At certain times we do.
Do ya?
Look at Lauren's birthday.
Right, Cindy, so I splurged and bought a ball tip needle and it's become my favourite of all. Yep, I love mine. And did you see my post on the group?
No.
Where I had a lovely gift, and one of which is a couple of Sullivan's ball tip needles. So I should be giving those a road test at some point. And some bobbies. And this little doody thing, which is brilliant. I can put my scissors on it and clip it, and it's you see there, you can just like clip it onto whatever. Look. This apparently came from a seller on Facebook, I think. It was seen it was found from a stitchy group on Facebook, I think, called Millennial Fabrics. So there is that. Yeah, but I like that. It's quite cool. And it's fabric. This is fabric, so it feels nice. And it's just so pretty. Have you seen it, Hannah?
What?
My doody thing.
What doody thing? What's that meant to be?
Got a clip on the back.
Yeah.
I can attach my scissors to it and attach it to my shirt.
You got lanyard for that one?
I know, but this is another kind of lanyard. It's good, isn't it?
I guess so.
Oh. So yeah, so that was some lovely stitchy kindness I've had this week. Will it clip on the side of my hoop? No, it's a bit too big to clip on the side of my hoop, but it would clip onto the fabric that I've got at the side. So let's say, for example, I could clip it on there, look. So my scissors are always right. Let's road test it, shall we?
It's still never far away from you.
There we go. Cool. Yeah. Absolutely cool. Yes, very cool to have them so close that all I've got to do now is just pick them up. Fabulous. Because when they're around my neck, sometimes the scissors might fall open. So I'm walking around and they're actually like that and I don't realise. So this is probably a much safer option too. Seen a few cat hairs on this project tonight.
Not surprised.
But then again, the Virgin Media man who came out to look at the broadband did say that he'd have to brush himself down because he was covered in cat hair as well.
He was.
You should have given him a lip roller.
He said himself he was gonna use a lip roller.
Yeah.
Which I don't blame him because the cat.
Home is where the cat hair sticks to everything but the cat.
Yep. I found a chunk of cat hair on my bed earlier.
Yeah.
I like a little thing. I think it's like a little mattress for out of a fur.
Yeah. Found a few chunks knocking about. It's the problem when you've got a long-haired cat. Dog hair goes in my projects all the time. Yeah. Get sewn in, don't they? Lint roll of the cat. There you go, Hannah. Lint roll of the cat.
She'll look like me. You see my diamond painting though, the amount of times I try and keep it clean and kind of tap the dump up on there
It sits on it.
doing it, and she'll sit on it on here.
Mhm.
That's it, gets air on it. Once air's on it, I can't get it off.
That's it. Right, shall we do some show and tell?
Maybe.
Yeah, if you just give me a minute to find the jingle.
Yeah, you find the jingle, send me when you're ready. Cat glitter, yeah. That's the way to put it, Charlotte. Yes, cat glitter.
Not sure whether I like that myself.
I keep a tweezer on my frame to lift off the dog hair. Yeah, I've got tweezers hand to hand as well.
I didn't realise it was so until time yet. I thought it was.
Yeah, time's just run away with us already, hasn't it?
Well, I mean, this is the thing on your live stream, sweetheart. You get talking about something, and everybody else joins in, and all of a sudden you've been chatting for ages. You don't realise. But I guess that's what happens when you have a room full of. No, I won't say it.
Like-minded sticky peeps.
It's not what I was going to say. And before anybody asks, I'm not going to say it, so don't ask me.
What?
Not you. I'll tell you later. Right, ready?
Ready when you are.
Gather round, it's your time to show. Every cross stitch, every row. So when you tell your art will shine bright, join us now, it's a stitching delight. It's your time to show that the world of needle, everything's divine. Perfect story, stitch by stitch by stitch. So and tell where creativity's grown.
Right. Those of you that have got Pattern Keeper and have done the update, do you find that when you reopen Pattern Keeper, it might reopen onto something completely random? Because I'm finding that at the minute, and I don't know why.
Have you tried resetting your tablet?
It's not to do with that, because it doesn't work off the Wi-Fi.
That means nothing.
Okay. Let's see what you talented bunch have been working on this evening.
Overall.
Oi, don't be rude.
Oh, not me.
Oh. No, it's not necessarily a problem. It's just that I've noticed that, like, when I did my floss tube, obviously I showed the mock-up. The last mock-up I showed was of the witchy cat. And then today, when I'd finished work, I reopened my tablet to carry on working on Night Cafe. I could see the mock-up of the witchy cat. It was just very weird. I don't know why.
It sounds like your tablet playing.
Okay, right, let's start off with our Ashley. Finally finished the dragon, adding my own personal touches with variegated threads on 14 count lime Zweigart Ada, blend in place dragon affairs. Let's just zoom in a little bit. You can see the variegated floss there in the fire breath, and it's not easy to see, but this is variegated too. Okay, and Ashley has provided us with the mock-up. Medal not in the affairs of dragons, for you are crunchy and good with ketchup. You'll get that done, Ashley. Go on, you can do it. Go, Ashley. Go, Ashley. Charlotte, both aims complete, done more than 500 stitches, and the white is out, so her tummy is fully white now. I only have less than 1,000 stitches for a finish. Maybe next week a finished cute owl. Let's hope so. He's looking super good, Charlotte. Really cute. And there we go. B5200 0. Nicely done. Okay, Natalie is working on first aid. This is afternoon tea, and she's hit 1%. So just getting a bit of glare from my curtains open still a little bit. So
That's with daylight in here for once.
I know.
A miracle.
I know.
It's a miracle.
And here is Natalie's mock-up. So there we go. Afternoon tea, a Randall Spangler. Come on, can we have a tinkle for a first aid? There we go.
I hate that bell.
Tough.
I don't.
The bell stays, Hannah.
And I'm leaving.
Okay, Sharon says, being lazy and have not removed from the Q-snap, trying to complete the side blue panel. This is Heaven and Earth Designs, Moon Gazing Hair, 51.64% complete. Looking good, Sharon. And don't worry at all about not removing it from the hoop. That's me every day of the week. And here is the mock-up for Sharon's piece. This is just a stunner. Love it. Moon Gazing Hair, Lisa Parker. So, yeah. Those Randall Spanglers. Dragons are adorable. I need to do one someday. Yeah, I've got a diamond painting of a Randall Spangler. Yeah, it's on the stairs. Enid has COVID, bless her, and is stitching very slowly on her Avley Cyclodine Chevron bit kit. And Enid's using some really lovely floss in this. We shared on Sunday, I think. And now Susan is stitching on Mountain Village by Stitching Masterpieces, 2/1 tent stitch, 11,909 stitches down, putting her at 2.6%. Oh, steady. Your charger, you dropped it. It's over there. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Just a pride that's bruised.
I'm not rich because I banged it.
And just in case I'm feeling enabled, here is Susan's mock-up of
Has Patsy
Mountain
been,
Village.
has Patsy been in
No,
any
she's
book
not
yet?
about. She's not about yet.
Not about yet?
Nope.
Mm.
She must be busy, bless her. Yeah, Mountain
Oh,
Village.
that's
There
what
we
I
go.
mean, she's spending less money for herself.
Lauren! What?
Okay, so
Wanna be a
Jennifer,
police
Hannah,
cadet?
Hannah, go to her and speak, please. Don't shout. Jennifer is busy working on Treasures of the Sea artwork by Oleg Gavrilov, Heaven and Earth Design. Currently at 33.67%. I think we can have a tinkle for that for being a third of the way. 64,695 stitches out of 192,150. This is on 18 count, easy grid Ada 2/1. I'm in the live, but my chats aren't going through right now. Oh, but yeah, and there's a little tinkle there for being a third of the way. That's a good milestone.
Tinkle.
Yeah, tinkle of the bell.
Tickle, tickle, little star.
And Jennifer has shared a mock-up there. I've seen this a few times. It's a lovely piece, and I've been enjoying watching it come along. So there we go. Okay. Celia is working on Sunset Howling Wolves by Jan Patrick Krasny, Heaven and Earth Design. So we're currently seeing an eagle. Now let's have a look at the mock-up, because I know Celia has shared one. Oh my gosh, look at this.
What am I looking at?
Let me show you Hannah here.
That's nice.
Look, Hannah says that's nice. So yeah, great stuff. Like that one, Celia. A lot of background though. Bernice is working on Marvel Hero from Etsy. So obviously the word Marvel with lots of Marvel characters in it. So as you can see, they go from left to right. Now, I am no Marvel fan, so don't ask me who any of these are. Well, apart from Spider-Man, I recognise him. And I think that's probably Captain America, but, you know, I'm no expert. There we go. And let's just have a look. And Bernice has shared where she is. That's some fabulous stitching. And she's also shared the how it looks on the whole thing via Pattern Keeper, so you can see where she's worked. Beautiful. Okay, so that, believe it or not, is all of the Sew and Tell threads. So let's just turn off the comment. So let's just have a look at some other bits. So Viv has, this is one that she has bought from Etsy from Zana Cross Stitch. Let me just zoom in. Look at that. That's pretty. It's like a marble effect, isn't it? Really nice. What else have we got in the group? Jennifer has been quiet on social media for the last month until she figured out her return to office 5 days a week. Was getting the hang of it, and work offered for her to retire last week rather than next month, and it's been wonderful. She's also managed 3 finishes.
Oh, bloody hell, 3 finishes.
So, The Salem Sisters Apothecary by Primrose Cottage, Old Scully in Halloween, Just Cross Stitch Magazine, and Gingerbread Mug Club 5 by Shannon Christine Designs. So, there's The Salem Sisters Apothecary. And there is the next one. I can't remember what it's called, even though I've just said. And Old Scully, that's it. And this is a gingerbread mug. So all really, really cool. Nicely done, Jennifer. Hey, June. I think that's it. The group is a little quiet at the minute. So I did also put a thread here about rotations, about let's talk rotations. So, you know, let us know what your rotation preference or style is. And we'll have a look. Perhaps talk about them on another stream. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Excuse me. I'm now feeling very relaxed. Okay, night cafe. Going to head out and get the quilt label sewn on. No worries, Kelly. Thank you for joining. And I'm glad to see you back. And I'm also glad that you had a lovely time when you were away. It's really good to hear. Okay. Let's get some more stitches in this one. Okay. Hey, Rosemary. How are you doing this evening? Are you all right? Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. A little quieter in here tonight, but that's okay. Midweek. I wish I had a nice grandma that could bring me a hot toddy. Oh, Enid. I do hope you get better soon. It can't be fun. Like I said, I've not had COVID, but it can't be fun what you're going through. I think I've hit a good patch on this. I've got a bit of block stitching in these next few squares, so that's all right. You know, some days I don't get to 1,000 stitches, and other days I can get way far and beyond. And days like this, when I've got a lot of block stitching, these are the days I can play a bit of catch up, which is nice. Still on target though for 500,000 this year. I should finish that by sort of Christmas Eve time if I stay on track. Just got to make sure that I carry on. Keep on going. June had a bad day yesterday, twisted my foot, fell down 6 steps and off the landing right on my hip, nothing broken, thank goodness, but can't walk. God bless you, June. You just make sure you rest up. Vicky's back, coffee was acquired, good stuff, Dad's all happy. Ashley, COVID is a beep, I hope you feel better soon. Yes, absolutely. Like I said, Hannah had it and ended up holed up in a room. And that was at the time, I don't know if you remember here in the UK, when we had some of the hottest temperatures we've ever had, when it was hitting 40 degrees. and poor old Hannah was confined to a room, and Hannah's room's at the front of the house, and the front of the house gets sun all through the daytime. So I'm a south facer, so east to west the sun hits the front of the house all day. And Hannah was just like, oh my gosh, she was in this room. It was like an oven, and she couldn't come out because she got COVID. Except the only time she did come out was when there was literally nobody else in the house. Everybody had gone out or whatever, and then she'd go and dunk herself in the paddling pool outside. Do you remember, Hannah?
I remember that.
Yeah, 40 degrees C. Yeah, it's the highest. It was a couple of years ago, and I was quite overweight then, and I was not managing at all. And I like it warm, but there's warm and there's warm. And I just didn't manage. I'd filmed the floss tube from a hotel room, and people are in the comments going, get out of that room. And I'd actually filmed it like the day before or something. So, of course, I was out of the room. And we were staying in Lutterworth, weren't we, love?
Yeah.
And where we were staying, there was this little park opposite with a stream.
And in Swift.
Yeah, and in the evening we'd go and sit by the river because it was so nice and cool. The nights were just horrendous though, because the room that we had didn't have any like air conditioning or anything. It was just, all we had was a window, and if you open the window, you're not keeping heat out, you're actually letting it in. But yeah, we had quite a time there, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
My stitchy spot has a window that is south facing, and my left arm is tander than the right due to the sun. Yeah. Well, I don't tend to sit in direct sunlight, but you know, during the summer days, I can sit here with the window at the back of me and not have to worry about having my lamp on, because there's plenty enough natural light come through all day long. It's at night time, you know, in the evening, then we start to lose it. But the good thing is that in the evening, my bedroom is at the back of the house. So, and in the evening, it actually doesn't, the sun doesn't stay around long enough to warm up my bedroom too much. So it's usually fairly cool in our room, isn't it, love?
Yeah.
But then again, when it's warm weather, I'm still there like a burrito wrapped up in my duvet, literally rolled up in it. And he's like, how can you be like that? And I'm like, well, I get cold. I've only ever once, I think, in my life slept completely naked with no covers on. And that wasn't even in the 40-degree heat. That was, I think it was last year.
Yeah.
But I never ever sleep like that, ever. Because for me, I have to be a burrito. And, you know, especially fun if, you know, if Andy's away, Lauren will come and jump in bed with me at night. And me and Lauren play tug of war with the duvet. So I spend all night on guard gripping hold of the duvet for dear life. Otherwise, she nicks it off me and I end up freezing cold. You wouldn't think that a 16-year-old had that much pulling power over a duvet, but she has. She's strong. Because Andy's complete opposite with me. He's sleeping in the buff with no covers on. He's not bothered. For me, I have to be a burrito. I actually...
Unless it's really, really hot, I have to be covered up.
Yeah. I actually wear more in the house during the summer than I do when I go out as well. I always have to have a duvet no matter what the temperature is. I like being comfy. Yeah. And I think as well, I mean, with me losing this weight, I seem to have lost the ability to naturally have my temperature staying warm. I'm always cold.
I know how I feel.
Yes, I'm perma cold. Still really waiting for the temperatures to sort of regulate themselves at the minute, because it's still quite, we have days here where it's cold, really cold, and then we have days where it's hot. You know, there's not much consistency with the weather at the moment.
We've had days this year where it has literally been frosty first thing in the morning,
Yeah,
tropical by lunchtime,
yeah.
and then cold again by the evening.
Cold rain, yeah. You feeding her early?
I'm putting it down, ready. Mr. Saint's coming back down.
Okay. Yeah, Hannah's absolutely right. Frost in the morning and tropical at dinner time.
This bloody
Or lunchtime.
Chernobyl. I'm going to weld it to Lauren's head.
Yeah. I'd pay to see that.
That's spring for you. Apparently so. It's been quite ridiculous. You know, I mean, I turned my heating off last month and I've had to put it back on this month because it's too flipping cold. I mean, the Mid-Atlantic says, Rosemary, this time of year the weather is absolutely wacky. Yes. Their dad's just sent me a message. Gonna have a look now. Oh, it's something for Lauren from the Nationwide.
Alright.
Hi, Patsy. Just realised what time and day it is. Ah, I did wonder. I thought you must be busy or something. Are you all right? Vicky says, both my parents are on blood thinners, so they're always cold, and my mum loves the heat and humidity. Yeah, I wish I had that excuse. I'm not on anything like that, so where are the days going? I wish I knew. I think we've been a little bit skewed by the bank holiday. I had to ask a couple of times, what day is it today? Every day feels like a Friday at the minute, or it feels like it should be a Friday.
Well, it's not.
Which spinner wheel app do you use? Is it a free one? My friend's having problems trying to find one that she doesn't know how to enter the details each time she uses it. It is wheelofnames.com. I don't know if you can see that there. wheelofnames.com. Did I miss so and tell? My PayPal will be gutted, says Patsy. You did. It wasn't a busy one, Patsy. So if you go back about half an hour, you'll see it. I want them to go faster and then slow after paid. Yeah, I know how that feels, Maddie. Alison's just got back from a walk. Me and Hannah have inspired her. Ah, that's good. Yeah, we're trying to get out a bit more often. It's something we like to do together. Thank you, I'll let her know. As I said, I didn't think you entered all your info all the time. No, I don't. Because I put 17 starts on that one and just left the tab open and then go back to it. So I think you should probably have to leave the tab open somewhere, whether it be on a phone or, like you can leave your tab open on your browser on your phone, open a new tab. I just leave my tabs open on my tablet anyway. I've got a few important ones. I've got Facebook, my Wheel of Names, class charts for Lauren. I'll check when the library's done. I'm actually raging. What are you raging about, Patsy? Don't be raging.
Raging. Is it because...
Is it because you missed the start? Don't worry. You can always catch it up. Like I said, I think this week's got us all a bit weirded out. And I was just saying, last week was a 4-day a week for me. This week's a 4-day week for me. I'm off next week and then I go back on a 4-day week. Oh, because you nearly missed a live. Oh. It's funny. It only takes me literally a couple of minutes to just tap a few bits on my phone and go live. And it was 7:30 and Andy says, it's 7:30. I went, I know, I'm and I just said to him, the people will wait. And he's like, love your confidence. And it was a couple of minutes and lots of you were here, and I'm like, yeah, it's all good. I enjoyed Sunday's live that went on a little bit longer. I think it was almost 3 hours, that one, wasn't it? Celia says, I downloaded an app called Spin the Wheel on Android and the projects stay on there. So, yeah, that's another one. think there's a few out there, isn't there? But it's like you said, it's finding the right one and ones that let the projects and things stick. And the Wheel of Names one that I'll use, you can personalise. You can add themes and what have you to it. Andy said they should pick a poke by this pick a wheel, didn't you? Was it you? Lauren said they should get a wrestling ring and do it WWE style.
Pope Rumble.
I've been watching that with a bit of interest, really. It's the third pope in recent times that, certainly, well, within my lifetime, because I don't remember, obviously, the pope before John Paul II. Third one in recent times, though, that we've seen past and what have you. But me and Andy have been to the Vatican, and we've been in the Vatican grottos as well, which is fascinating. But Pope John Paul II was moved from the grottos before we went. He was up in the basilica itself. Hey Esther, how are you doing this evening? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, St. Peter's Basilica is gorgeous, really gorgeous. And I'm not religious, not at all, but I have an appreciation for art and architecture. And St. Peter's is one place that you get that in spades. I put the whole of the Vatican complexes, really. Because we went and did the Sistine Chapel. And the Sistine Chapel is just beautiful, absolutely stunning. Cheryl uses the Tiny Decisions app as well. So there's a few options there for your pal Sharon. Oh, you're very welcome. Both you and Esther are very welcome. Yeah, so me and Andy, when we had our honeymoon, we'd booked Rome anyway at Christmas, and then in the summer we'd decided to get married. And I said to Andy, I said, well, we'll just turn Rome into a honeymoon. And that's really what we did. We actually spent 3 days on the Isle of Man.
Yeah.
A couple of days in London, and then we had 3 or 4 days in Rome. It was lovely. We really enjoyed Rome. Everywhere we looked, there were nuns, weren't there?
Yeah.
And Swiss Guard. We saw quite a lot of the Swiss Guard. We actually, on the day we left Rome, it was a Sunday, we were coming home, and we went to St. Peter's Square, and we heard Pope Francis address the crowd.
That wasn't Pope Francis, that was Jim Bowen.
Celia has to go check on laundry. See us Sunday. Oh, no worries, Celia. You take care. Thank you so much for joining this evening. But yeah, we, if you remember, Andy, we'd done Sistine Chapel and Vatican tour a few days before. But on Sunday, you can actually visit the Basilica free of charge.
Yep.
So we went into the Basilica on the Sunday.
Yep.
And that's when we did the Vatican grottos and what have you. And then we came out and waited in St. Peter's Square for the Pope to address the crowd from the window. And he was doing it in Italian, but we could understand exactly what he was saying.
Well, not everything.
Well, not every single word, no, but we got the gist of what he was saying.
I understood Buongiorno.
I can eat. I can speak a little Italian. I can sort of eke out the gist of what he was saying.
Well, yeah, thanks to Franco.
Yeah. And do you know what? It's quite some atmosphere standing in St. Peter's Square and listening to the Pope speak. It was quite something, wasn't it?
Yeah. All he was bothered about is whether Lazio would
Well,
win.
yeah, Lazio winning the football. Yeah. And then we headed off to the airport, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was a real nice way to round off our honeymoon, was seeing Pope Francis.
Yeah.
I think I've got a picture of it somewhere on Facebook.
Yeah, you have. You've got a picture of it. Be in the row, man.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely awesome.
And we spent absolutely ages trying to find a key ring with the Pope's face on it.
Yeah.
Which we eventually did. It took ages, but we found one.
But yeah, I mean, with the walk, when we went in to do the Sistine Chapel and we went to the galleries and stuff, the walk to the Sistine Chapel took about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It was just ridiculous. But the Sistine Chapel itself was just stunning. I'd have sat in there all day if I could.
Well, you see, you're not supposed to take photos or videos in the chapel.
Yeah, but I did.
You were very surreptitious about it.
Yeah.
You walk in there, right, and there's
guides, isn't there?
Yeah, basically, right, all you can hear in your time in the chapel is this guy shouting, "No photo, no video, silencio."
So no pictures, no videos, and shut up. But he was gobbing all the time. He never shut up himself, did he?
I guarantee you, right, even though he was shouting that, people were taking videos.
Oh yeah.
People were taking photos, and people were talking.
But the ceiling of that chapel is just something else. There's actually a really old video on YouTube about the restoration of the ceiling, and it's just gorgeous. You want to lay down on the floor. My high school students were shouted at by that guy, I'm sure. But very probably there were that many people in the chapel though when we went. It was in late September, early October. There were that many people in there. There was no way you could have laid down on the floor. We actually managed to get a seat at the side under the Delphic and Eritrean Sibyls, and it was more by luck than judgment.
I'll say. But the good thing about it is that when you were sat there, you were able to just whip your phone out and just surreptitiously point it at the ceiling.
Yeah.
Without anyone seeing you.
Yeah.
Because if you're stood up in the middle of the chapel, you've got it like above
You got
your head.
yeah. When
That's
you're looking,
obvious.
when you're looking like you're doing a point and shoot.
Yeah, that's obvious. But if you sat down just with it on your knee or whatever,
they don't know. Well, I crossed my legs as well, if you remember.
It's still just as effective.
But the chapel's just beautiful. And now, and as it's been restored to actually how it should be as well, stunning, absolutely stunning. But this bit of video was like the 60s or the 70s. It was one of those that was like in colour, but it just looks really bad. But it's around on YouTube, and it shows you how that they restored it using washi paper and stuff, and to take off the dirt and what have you. Oh, just amazing work.
No photo, no video, silencio.
Yeah. They're all saying everybody's to be quiet, and they're making more noise than anything else. Same thing with David in Florence. The school kids are all taking photos, but if you look like a tourist, no photo. Yeah. Yeah. The funniest one was when Lauren was in Paris earlier this year. She sent me a photograph of the Mona Lisa, and I went, "How did you get so close to the Mona Lisa?" She went, "I just shimmied my way through there." Lauren does not shimmy anywhere. She's a solidly built lass. But yeah, Rome, we just loved it, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
We stayed in this apartment in this old building with this old elevator in it that could barely fit the two of us in it. And then we're staying in this apartment, and it was just, well, it was like rooms, weren't it? We had like a bedroom, and we had a bathroom, and I think we had access to a little kitchen. I don't think we even used that because we just went out. I mean, the food was glorious, wasn't it? Do you remember the day we went to Trevi Fountain, then we went to that pizza place?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh, it was gorgeous. And then the one where we went and had the seafood pasta. And then, do you remember when we went over to the football ground, this bloke said, am I your mother? He asked you for some money and said, is that your mama?
Oh, yeah. I remember that, yeah.
Rude man.
One thing I remember about Rome was the guy with the ponchos.
Oh, yeah. Where we were at the Spanish Steps.
Yeah.
We were near the Spanish Steps. There's all the expensive jewellers. And we were walking along, and the heavens opened, and it really opened. And about 10 minutes before, we'd seen this guy, and he was selling selfie sticks and touristy bits and, you know, souvenirs. The second the heavens opened, he was coming around with ponchos. Same guy, because we were all hiding under this tunnel, weren't we, opposite Van Cleef and Arpels.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we were looking at Van Cleef and, you know, avoiding the rain. We went to the Colosseum as well. We had to walk around to that church up on the top of the hill near the Colosseum. Do you remember that?
I do, yeah.
The metro system in Rome is amazing.
It's packed like sardines.
It's just as good as the underground, though, I think.
Well, it is if you get on the right train together. Do you remember that?
No.
First time we used the metro system, I had to get on the next train afterwards
I can't
because
remember.
I couldn't get on. It was full. And so I had to get on the next train after you. And I'm there texting you, I'm fine. I'm just surrounded by a load of sweaty Italians.
God, do you remember the metro in Kiev?
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, the one in
metro
Kiev was cool.
cool.
7 pence a journey.
Yeah.
No matter how far or where you went, 7 pence a journey. And you got this little green token that was about the size of my needle, well, less than the size of my needle minder. Where we were staying was near this station called the Golden Gate. And we went to the Golden Gate, and there was a coffee kiosk. There was a flower cellar and a bureau de change and one or two other shops. But in Kiev, it's not obvious when something's a shop.
No, it really isn't.
Or a station or whatever. Nothing is obvious.
It's not obvious.
And we get on at the Golden Gate, and as long as you didn't come out of the network, it was that 7 pence, no matter where you went.
Yeah.
It was when we went to Kiev, though, we went and did the Chernobyl tour, Pripyat tour. And when you're actually in or around Pripyat or Chernobyl town, or, you know, anywhere within the zone, you are forbidden to touch anything, to sit down, to eat or drink outdoors. You are forbidden to take anything out of the zone, and you are forbidden to leave anything in the zone. And I can remember being in Pripyat, and do you remember when we were at the lake side, the lake cafe with the mermaid?
Yeah.
On the ground, just near there were some phone kiosks, and on the ground I looked down and I could see a metro token, and I was about to pick it up, but then I remembered you can't take anything in, you can't take anything out, you can't touch anything in the zone, you can't eat. And I was like, I can't do this, I can't touch it, I'm not allowed. but it just shows you how easy it would have been to pick something up.
I mean, you could have taken one home from the actual, you know,
From the actual metro, yeah,
Yeah.
but not the one that was laying on the ground in Pripyat.
no.
But they were green, the tokens, and they had a little M on them, a bit like the Super Mario M. Do you remember?
Yeah. Yeah, they were cool. It was brilliant.
I heard somewhere that there are some old people that never left the zone and somehow ain't dead. Yes,
Yeah,
that's
they
very
are.
true.
They exist. Yes, that's right. They exist.
The babushka or the samoseli. Babushka is Russian for grandparent or grandmother. And the samoseli, which is the self-settlers, people who were asked to leave the zone, but then couldn't adapt to urban life or to the change. So they went back to the zone and went back to their homes. They are living out there. There's a few videos on YouTube. A guy called Bold and Bankrupt actually went to the zone both in Russia and Belarus and met some of these
Ukraine
people.
and Belarus.
The Ukraine and Belarus, sorry. And met some of these people. And he actually made friends with them. Kolya.
Oh, yeah. Good old Collier.
Kolya, yeah. Made friends with them and took them, because people who lived there get a very meagre pension. He took them, food and what have you to enhance their sort of supplies and things. And he was treated like a king. The people out there are so welcoming and friendly. And yes, they're living in a radiated zone, and yes, they keep animals and they grow their own food and all the rest of it. And yeah,
I think you have to you have to understand that out there, there's life's a lot different.
Yeah, it is.
It's almost like you're going back in time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because the Ukraine, a lot of it is still a time warp.
It's very stuck in the 70s, isn't it?
Every single official building in Kiev looks exactly the same. Do you remember all the embassies and stuff?
Yes.
But yeah, it's a fascinating place. Absolutely fascinating. We thoroughly enjoyed it, and we'd been to Geneva not long before, or was it after we went to Geneva?
No, Geneva was the last of those four.
Right.
Because we did 4 countries in the same year.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Ukraine, Poland,
France, and
in Switzerland. Yeah.
Ukraine, Poland, France, and Switzerland. Not in that order, I don't think.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't that order.
Was in
yes,
that
it was
order.
In that order. Yes.
Right, so we went to Ukraine. Now they have McDonald's in Ukraine.
They do.
And we went into McDonald's and we ordered a meal, and a big McDonald's meal with, a big burger with fries and a drink and what have you, like a deluxe meal for both of us came to the total of about £7. When we went to Geneva, we went into McDonald's there because it was somewhere we recognised we could get some food. And for a similar meal, for the both of us, it came to the thick end of £25. Do you remember?
Yeah.
It was just ridiculous.
Yeah, but
how much more expensive Geneva is.
Yeah, but Switzerland is expensive.
Yeah.
Switzerland is expensive.
Yeah. Montreux, though, was fabulous, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, so we've been on not just one, but 2 paddle steamers across Lake Geneva.
Paddle steamers on Lake Geneva and seen the Freddie Mercury statue in Montreux. Me and you travelled a lot that year.
2019 we did, yes.
Yeah.
And
Ukraine and Kiev. Yeah, Ukraine and Kiev. Krakow and Auschwitz. Went to Nice, south of France, Monaco.
Ah, yes, I got to drive
around the track. Yeah, and then we went to Geneva and Montreux and got to see the Freddie Mercury statue and Mountain Studios. And then the pandemic hit as we were about to go to Iceland.
Yeah. So we never actually got to Iceland.
And we were also meant to go to Tallinn as well in Estonia, weren't we?
Yeah, but the good thing about that is I planned that with everything basically being refundable. The
Yeah.
whole lot was refundable, and it's good job it was because I got the whole lot back.
Yeah.
So that one just never happened.
Yeah, Estonia.
There's no hangovers with that. I got the whole lot back.
And then the year before, was it the year before we went to Romania?
No, that was 2020. That was early
Not
2020. That was early 2020.
Early 2020, yeah.
Early 2020, that.
Yeah, we went to Romania to Mamaia on the Black Sea.
It was awful. I don't care what you say about it.
I enjoyed it.
It was awful.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it.
It was awful.
Awful for you, but good for me. That was it, I think.
Sorry, quite frankly.
Venice says, Mama's taxi duty coming up. See you next week. Thanks for the hangout. No worries at all, Venice. We are here Sunday at the same time if you're around. Twice a week because we're greedy. We like a live stream. Yeah, we did a lot of travelling, didn't we?
We did.
It's quite handy having my scissors on the side like this.
Good. Having your sneedle.
Mm.
What a
Yes,
great...
that's what it's called, a sneedle.
A sneedle. Yeah, I remembered. I remembered it was called
Yeah.
a sneedle. A sneedle. A sneedle. Sounds like a... It makes me think of a Thneed from blooming Lorax.
Mhm. Why are you not using your new scissors? That's a good question, Patsy. Because these ones aren't worn out yet. Sunday's harder for me, but Wednesday's on my calendar. It's my stitchy time. Ah, cool. Well, the Sunday one is always available on the playback, so you can always watch it retrospectively if you want. But yeah, it'd be great to see you next week, Bernice. You take care.
Someone new?
I think so.
It's not a name I've heard you mention before.
Oh, I have a date with Atelier Frames. So when I go to the retreat on the 18th of May, She Sleeps is going with me and she's getting dropped off with the framer.
I did wonder what was happening with that.
Well, I've not been able to pin down going to take it, have I? So...
Well, I suppose if you can do it at a retreat.
Yeah.
Does that deserve a bell?
It will when it's fully finished.
I'm just putting the bell away now because I don't think you're going to need it anymore.
No. I can't wait for She Sleeps to come home fully framed.
It will be good.
Mm.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I have 2 scripts left to write.
I've got 2 left to write.
2 left to write for this weekend's festivities, shall we say.
I don't get how you can do it before you've even been there, me.
it's actually easier. It's actually much easier because it gives me. I didn't realize this until just a few weeks back when I started doing it. It's much easier because if I write it before I go, I know what to expect,
and you can
I
go
can
looking
plan
for
it
it.
much better, and I can adapt to any little bits I find.
I suppose you can go looking for these places too.
I know where something is. That's the key to Alphabet. Knowing where something is.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and do a few more of the little videos as well during my time off. Try and get some extra stuff out. Oh, by the way, Patsy, you won't know this because you obviously joined the live a little bit later. No sneak peek tonight of my new start, so you haven't missed that. There isn't one. I had some bloods taken this morning, so my stitchy time was spent in the doctor's having blood stolen. So I should be filming that in the morning. Hey, Angelique. Welcome.
What can I say except you're welcome?
So, yep, so Witchy Cat will get started in the morning.
Witchy Cat.
And would imagine it'd be another centre start. Okay, I was going to look for that in playback. Yeah, your eyes will not be deceiving you. There wasn't one.
Just out of interest, now that you've got all your new starts out, what are you going to do as regards Stitch With Me's now? Are you going back to how you were before?
No, I'm still going to do a chatty one on a Wednesday, but it'll be whatever project is in rotation that day.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Does that work better like that?
I think so, because if I'm doing a weekly chatty Stitch With Me that's released on a Saturday, then it means that I know where I am with the comments rather than doing them when I'd be 9 or 10 days. It's actually easier for me. And people like the chatty Stitch With Me's anyway.
That's fair enough. I just wondered because I didn't know what your plans
were.
You didn't know yourself, did you?
The chatty ones are definitely the most popular, aren't they? So
well, are they? I don't know.
Oh yeah, they are the most popular. And if it's an Amy Stewart that I'm working on and a chatty Stitch With Me, oh, my cup runs over. People love Amy Stewart's. Yeah, the Amy Stewart pieces like Stitching Shelf, Cosmic Marbles. Those videos get a lot of views. It's funny, isn't it?
People must like Amy Stewart.
Maddie's City goal to try and get 2,000 stitches a day till Sunday and see where she is, and then she should reach another milestone. Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan, man. What's that?
Well, mine is, what am I doing? I've got new start tomorrow, and then Envy's out for some stitches this week, and Van Gogh Never Met the Fellowship is going to be out for some stitches this week too.
Sounds good.
And at the minute, extra stitches are going in this one, so next week there won't be a new start. I'll still carry on using my Wednesday Stitch With Me for my extra stitch piece or focus for a finish. And then it'll be 100 stitches a day on my new start for Mania. I can't believe that we're almost into May. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. We're almost into May. It was only January a week ago. Kids are excited for no more school, I bet. My last one leaves school this year. Lauren leaves school fairly soon, and then she'll be starting college in the autumn. Patsy's still struggling with the days of the week, never mind the months. I don't know if I can eat any more today, says Enid. My appetite's pretty bad. Do you know what, Enid? I'd be saying to you, just do what your body wants. If your body doesn't want to eat, as long as you stay hydrated, which is most important, don't force yourself. You might just make yourself feel worse. Yeah, that's what I think. If my body says no, don't do it. Yeah, staying hydrated is more important than anything. So make sure you're keeping having your fluids on board. I only have this Haid, so as you can imagine, May's new start will be a relief. Yeah, it'll be a bit of a change for you, won't it, Maddie? I shall do it 100 stitches a day first off. I should do my 100 stitches first thing before I do anything else. I should cut some fabric for that this weekend. I don't know whether to do it on 14 count, because I've got some 14 or some 28 count over 2. I've not decided yet. Be whichever bolt I pick up first, I think. Yes, it will, but be so nice. I'll probably do one day harmony, one day blanket fort, and alternate. Yeah. Well, I put a thread in the group today about your rotations and share how you rotate, because Lizzie was asking about it a couple of weeks ago, and I've been meaning to start the thread, and I managed to get around to it today. You know, so there'll be, you know, if any of you are looking for ideas on how to rotate your stitching, go and have a look and see what others are doing. Something in there that sticks with you and you think, oh, that could work for me. That's how we get our ideas, isn't it? By bouncing off each other.
Bouncing off each other, that sounds painful.
Yep. You're saying bouncing off ideas, Andy.
I know.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know whether you caught that or not, because you were being faffing in the conservatory.
Sweetheart, I had caught it.
All right, okay.
It's called a joke. Did it work?
I was going to get some salad in a minute.
I'm going to get some salad?
Yeah.
Do they even know what that means?
I don't know. You know, when you do a particular gesture, well, I don't watch it and I never have. What's that program called again?
See, the name of it, Gavin and Stacey.
Gavin and Stacey. There's this woman called Doris.
Margaret John, what a legend.
And there's a scene where she's asked to take salad or something to some family buffet, and she gets there and somebody says, "Where's the salad?" And she says, "There's the salad." So now this particular rude gesture, we call it salad. We've kind of adopted it as salad. I've never watched this Gavin and Stacey, but I tried to watch it once. I just thought it were rubbish. And yes, I know some people are going to at me because they think Gavin and Stacey's wonderful, but it's not my thing.
Where's the salad door? Where's the salad? Where's the salad? There's the salad. Now leave me alone.
I actually did watch that scene and found it quite funny, but it's the only thing.
Funny.
The only thing about Gavin and Stacey that I did find funny, because not even the lead characters in it, are called Gavin or Stacey.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Excuse me, James Corden's character is called bloody Smithy.
Yes, it is.
That's
Yes,
not Gavin, is it?
No, hang on. No.
Is his name Gavin Smith?
Hang on a minute.
No.
No.
Right.
People, help me out here. Will you please educate Nikki on why the lead characters are Gavin and Stacey? I thank you.
Why are the lead characters Gavin and Stacey?
Because you have to understand that the only things you've seen are the Christmas specials and that one scene where Doris does the salad, right? Now, that one scene where Doris does the salad is in series 3,
Right.
okay? Now, if you watch series 1, it's all about Gavin and Stacey, right? It's all about them, right? Series 2 is then kind of a mix between them and Smithy and Nessa, because that kind of thing is... It sort of starts at the end of series 1 and then progresses through series 2. And then series 3 is basically all about Smithy and Nessa, right? The whole thing could not exist had it not been for Gavin and Stacey in the first place.
Right.
So that's why.
And the salad.
Well, the salad was an extra thing from Doris, but even so.
I just, for me, I just didn't get it. The story is about Gavin and Stacey meeting. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Andy gets so mad when I ask him about it. It's one surefire way to get you worked up. Ask you about why Gavin and Stacey is called Gavin and Stacey and the lead characters are Smithy and Nessa.
Well, yeah, but you can't say that the lead characters are Smithy and Nessa.
Well, to me, the lead characters are Smithy and Nessa.
They are by the end.
I have no idea who played Gavin or indeed Stacey.
Matthew Horn and Joanna Page.
Never heard of them.
Well, you will know them. You definitely know the other actors, or some of the other actors.
Well, I know James Corden, yeah, because,
And you know Ruth Jones.
He can have salad.
Ruth Jones is in blooming East is East.
I know Ruth Jones, yeah.
Right? Rob Brydon, surely you know Rob Brydon.
Yeah, he's a comic and not a very good one.
Excuse me? Help me out here, people. Rob Brydon's a legend. Agree? Please tell me you agree with that.
It's dead easy to wind you up, Andy. Anyway. Oh, dear. But no, I've just never found it funny. And Andy thinks it's sacrilege. Shh, Patsy, don't tell him.
Don't tell me what.
No, nothing. He gets right on his soapbox, doesn't he? But no, I tried to watch the Christmas special, and I think I got about 10 minutes in and buggered off back to YouTube.
Nikki, it's the kind of thing you have to be invested in from the beginning. You know? So...
And there's something about a fishing trip or something, isn't there?
Yes, which never gets revealed. It's one of those things which has frustrated everybody. This blooming fishing trip which nobody knows anything about.
You're shaking.
I know.
Stop jigging.
Nobody knows anything about it. It's one of those that's left to the imagination.
You need to watch from the beginning to get the story. Is it? Yeah. You even stopped doing the dishes.
No, I've done the dishes.
No, you've done to me. We're doing the washing,
Patsy.
But yeah, dead easy to wind up.
Oh dear.
Sharon says she's on Andy's side. It's brilliant.
Thank you.
Well, like I said, I've just never been able to get into it.
Well, let me tell you if you miss it out.
Okay. You can tell me, but that's about all it is.
In some ways, just watching the Christmas specials like you have, right? You've not seen some of the funniest bits.
Yeah, I haven't watched the Christmas specials. I've seen 10 minutes of one of them.
So, some of the funniest bits are in the actual series.
Well, I know
the
you
salad,
like
the salad thing comes from the actual.
you like the Smithy's Indian
order.
takeaway.
Smithy's Indian order. Chicken boona, lamb boona, prawn boona, mushroom rice, bag of chips, keema naan, and 9 poppadoms.
And don't forget
A sagaloo.
something else. You could hear his voice getting loud as he came marching in from the kitchen. Yeah.
Do you know? Actually, you know what, people? If you were to order that from an Indian takeaway, you would be needing serious dollar. That is
Yeah.
a lot of food, and it comes to something. What was it? 30 odd quid, wasn't it? When we tried our local one.
I can't remember. I can't remember.
Yeah, chicken boona, lamb boona, prawn boona, mushroom rice, bag of chips, keema naan, and 9 poppadoms on a sagaloo.
Yeah, you still say you're going to try that. Have you seen those doll things that you can do on Facebook? Well, mine looks completely like something ridiculous. Well, somebody did a Doris one.
Brilliant.
And somebody did a Smithy one.
The only criticism I had of the Doris one is that Doris is doing this. And
yeah,
this.
she's doing the wrong gesture.
Yeah.
Anyway, right, I've been going over 2 hours now, so it's about time that I did wind this one down. Finish off this square and then I can get off to bed.
Yeah. Well, as far as I'm concerned, that's...
You're off up with the washing, aren't you, love?
That's what's occurring.
What's occurring? That's the only thing I know about Gavin and Stacey. It's funny, isn't it?
You see?
Somebody
You're doing
said-
it now.
Somebody said, I was talking to somebody on the phone and I could see that they were based in Barry Island.
I'll bet you were tempted.
And I said to him, how can I help today? What's occurring?
You never did.
I did.
Didn't do that, did you?
I absolutely did.
Oh my god.
I absolutely did.
Brilliant. Did you get that, Hannah?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
I did. I said, what's occurring?
Oh man. I'll be upstairs.
All right. See you in a bit, love.
Okay.
How many stitches have I done? I think I've done about 500 or 600 because a lot of it's been really, really blocky stitching and dead easy to do. I mean, these 2 squares have been, or 3 squares really, have just been mainly one colour. So I can get them in and do them quick without even thinking about it. So what was their reaction? They didn't catch on, which was a bit of a shame. But anyway, right, I am going to get off and leave you all to it. So thank you all very, very much indeed for joining me. We'll see you Sunday and we'll do it all again. I'll try not to wind Andy up this time, or next time, should I say. So thanks for joining, everyone. You take care. Have a wonderful evening, whatever else it is you're doing. And I'll see you at the weekend. Bye for now, everyone.